We are so excited to have entered our 5th year of operation. Thanks to our amazing members, we have worked together to amplify the impact of our charitable giving.
The Woodson Museum opened its doors of operation in 2006 as a result of a Hope 6 grant that was provided by the U.S. federal government in order to reinvigorate the first developed African American public housing community here in the city of St. Petersburg, Jordan Park. As a result of such an extraordinary effort to revitalize the community, those within the public housing sector decided that they would forego their community center in order for the city of St. Petersburg to have an African American museum. It troubles me, but it delights me in knowing those with the least sacrifice the most so that we might have a space in our community where African American history is preserved, presented, interpreted, and celebrated. One of our most extraordinary programs within the Woodson's frame of work is that of the Woodson Warrior Scholarships. Annually, we have identified a minimum of 10 scholars with whom we will trail through their academic years in college. Each of the students selected receive upward of $5,000 for their 4-year career, totaling $20,000. These scholars are typically first-generational college attendees. Their aspirations to do things extraordinary and bringing it back to our community is what moves us most.
Our entire mission is to feed hungry school children in the Hillsborough County School District. So what In 68 Hours does is we provide about 7 meals to each child in the family to cover that gap for families who don't have enough resources to feed their children when they're not in school. And right now you're seeing a picture of the main pantry stocked and ready for the school year. All the money goes to feeding the children and providing them food that they can take home from school on Fridays. And it's a really straightforward program where we pack at the pantries and take the food to our various schools throughout Tampa, and those children get to privately sort of get them in their backpacks and get them home on their buses or however they are transported to and from school.
And the mission of Gigi's Playhouse is to change the way the world views Down syndrome and to send a global message of acceptance for all. All the programs at Gigi's Playhouse are free for the families, free for the kids, free for the people with Down syndrome. We never charge the families anything for the programs. Of course, these programs aren't free to put on, and that's part of the reason why we're here. But at Gigi's Playhouse, we got a variety of programming, and it starts with kids that are only a few months old up to 3 years of age. They got a program called LMNOP, and this program is specifically designed by occupational and physical therapists to develop those large core muscles in the body. So we are talking about the arms, the legs, the core muscles. So it gives the ability for kids to crawl, walk, and run. See, the one good thing about low muscle tone is it can be improved. So if it's improved in specific ways, the kids got the ability to play with their peers and be able to walk and run just like every other kid does. There's another program called the Amita Grace Speech and Language Program. This program is specifically developed to help children with Down syndrome maximize their oral facial muscles to learn how to speak clearly and speak concisely so that they can be understood by other people.
Thanks to all of you for your gift last time. My friend Riza, who some of you may have met, put out about 2 million meals a week and are forecasting to do 85 million meals next year. Food insecurity obviously has increased a lot since the pandemic, and when you all so graciously gifted us $10,000 this past spring to provide food for our mega pantries, which is one of the ways that we get food out into the community. We have fed a lot of people. So Saturday mornings at either Tropicana Field or at the HCC campus at Dale Mabry, we are feeding hundreds of thousands of neighbors. You guys have fed 191,000 neighbors and through our mega pantries, through buying food for us since your last meeting, and we are very grateful.
We would like to congratulate Gigi's Playhouse for the $10,000 grant. So congratulations to you both, to Ed and to Michael. But we have a surprise for N68 Hours of Hunger and also for the Dr. Carter G. Woodson Museum. We are giving you each $1,000 for your work that you do for the community, because we believe in the work that you do. You've gotten this far. And so we want to say congratulations to you as well. And we'll be presenting each of your groups with a $1,000 donation from us as well.
Radiant Hands takes care of refugees, single women, and underprivileged women. We have many services that we provide. Radiant Hands has been told that we will be receiving a lot of refugee families after October 1st, refugees from many different countries. Now, with this recent crisis in Afghanistan, we will also be receiving families from there. So we're asking you to help us to get this storage area. We want to help these families to feel welcome and to make their transition into this country easier.
Our 3 core competencies as a civil rights nonprofit are that we educate, we protect, and we advocate. So we educate by training key players that interact with the Muslim community. We protect the Muslim community by representing them before employers, government bodies, and when necessary, in court. And we advocate through coalition building, community mobilization within and outside of the Muslim community.
The funds would be used to support our work in the Islam 101 training, specifically the ones that we are targeting with the police departments, law enforcement agencies, and the public schools.
The impact you've made on that for the youth group, we used some of the money, about $1,332 towards our first Islamic chess tournaments, and we had also bought 60 new membership for the children. And we had 6 directors and 15 volunteers. This has been a great addition to our youth group and for our community. We're able now to host more tournaments. We've done a partnership with Stats Ryan Academy, where we can host monthly tournaments for our Muslim youth, and that's what we anticipate to do. The balance of what you gave us, $2,600, we have not used that yet. We are going to be moving to our new location, and we anticipate to use it for youth counseling services and the girls' empowerment.
So we were able to provide $100 in the commissary account for 40 of those individuals.
Congratulations to Radiant Hands. Thank you so much for the important work you do. And to CARE Florida, please remember that you will have many opportunities to come back and be awarded the funds. And we are very grateful for the work that you do in our community.